So, last time we broke out of prison just to go to the administrative room in the business in the prison. I tried to catch him from behind, but unfortunately I was not stealthy enough.
Yeah, he did make enemy contact with his frickin' foot.
Damn, you're right.
I feel there's almost something a little bit poetic about just how quickly they did not put up with your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like, they feel me, like, do kind of like the arm around the neck, and they're just like, not this shit. Honestly, I believe that they just thought it was like a prank by another soldier, and this is just what they do.
And that little light trail, I feel like that must have been a part of, like, an example thing for the PS2 dev kit, because there are so many PS2 games with that little light trail in it.
You know, it just looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I feel like your, like, attack that you make when a guy is on the ground is, like, so dainty looking, when, like, I feel like those attacks always feel especially brutal in video games, but yours is like, ugh.
Intruder sighted.
You know, that's the thing about Nina Williams. She's all style over substance.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, all of these camera angles fucking rule.
Yeah. Especially how the camera angle just changed like 3 times in a row just before.
Yeah. And, you know, depending on where you are in here, see, like, it's gonna swap, and then we swap back, and then we swap back. Fixed cameras are really beautiful.
I wish it had a loading screen in between each one.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess that works.
It took a little longer, but...
Can you just hold them indefinitely?
I don't think so. I think it's basically like you have a certain amount of time before they can react to you, and so like the more alert they are, the longer it takes.
Yeah. You were just checking the flowchart in your head, see what options you could do from there.
Yeah.
And the only one was die.
Yeah. Anyways, we get to dodge this guy doing his fucking dive because of this move.
Yeah, that guy, like, slipped on a big banana peel. He was dropping a bunch of plates.
Yeah. Especially in rooms like these where you immediately get ambushed by multiple enemies, just walking in and immediately doing the focus moves is just, like, a decent enough strategy.
It's so cool that guy's skull just completely regrew in, like, the 10 seconds in between you smashing it.
Well, that's what makes the Tekken Force different from normal people.
They're genetic freaks.
Exactly.
They were born with 2 skulls. Oh, now we can get that railgun.
That's right. Well, not right now. We'd have to run out.
Hypothetically, we could.
Yeah, I think this is the most boring part of, like, a guided tour through Alcatraz. Like, you know, we already went through the part where, like, oh, this is where they held all of the people in Alcatraz. That's the exciting part, because then you go, I wonder what kinds of people they were. And here's, like, here's where all the people hang out, where they, like, do paperwork about the people in Alcatraz.
Right, here's where people will ambush you before the screen has fully, like, become opaque for you to see.
That's how you know. That's another thing about the Tekken Force, right? Like, 1, you gotta have 2 skulls, and 2, you gotta be really disrespectful in combat.
Mm-hmm. The icon for the dual katanas is very disappointing because it just makes me think about Nina Williams taking 2 katanas and duct taping them together to their flesh.
Yeah, like some kind of one of those weird, like, double saws or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Dead Rising weapon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We tape them the other way, right? So it becomes like a,
Like Darth Maul.
Yeah, like Darth Maul, but with katanas.
No, just duct taping them together so, like, the blade of one is at the back end of the other, so it's just a katana greatsword.
Ooh, yeah.
This blockage is going to receive a death by degrees.
I
Wow.
do like having them back to back with the blades facing the same direction, just so you're extra sure something gets cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. If the first one doesn't take you out, the second one will.
So, Chirps, what was that puzzle?
So basically, we'll see it here. There are a number of gates being locked in this area. So we just took out 3 of the gates so that we can go through this little hallway. You can only take out 3 at a time, though. So it does affect your ability to explore the entirety of this area. So does this. That little doorway in front of us is a giant metal detector. And if you go through it, you get kicked back and a bunch of guys fight you. You just can't go through at any point.
That seems like an interesting thing I would like to see.
Well, you won't, because I'm depositing all of my items in the security box because I am, I really respect the rules around here.
Yeah, you're lawful good.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, when you said all the...
Yeah. Unfortunately, it also means that, I guess we were just wearing this the whole time.
Yeah, well, at least Nina has some nice, sensible heels with no metal in them, I guess.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I gotta close my blinds.
Yeah, so, you no longer have any weapons, and you don't have your armor, I guess. I don't really know what the justification for that one was. We were wearing, like, a bodysuit, you know?
Well, that probably has metal in it to protect you from bullets or I
guess
can't
so.
get over the...
This is such stupid fucking underwear.
Fucking hell, man!
it's a
Especially
bikini,
because
first of all.
It's shining in such a way that there is clearly fucking so much metal in it. Also,
No, those are all diamonds, actually.
She was, like, swimming at the beginning of the game, right? Was this what she was wearing, or is this
Yes.
a new... Okay, this isn't a new bikini.
No.
Oh, wait, what the fuck was the... You did a wall run?
Yeah, you can wall run. It basically never comes up, but you can attack from the wall as well.
it's also pretty fucking hardcore to also have been wearing high heels underneath the combat suit.
Right, which also had high heels. Those also had heels.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think what happened is that she had the heels in, like, one of the weapon holsters.
Ooh, maybe. That's why we can't pick up so many weapons.
You know, you don't want to run around here barefoot. It's a good thing she brought, like, a change of shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, this part's really annoying just because the Tekken Force are so tough, especially in large numbers, which they love to throw at you. And so it's like, you have to deal with those with no weapons, and there's like 4 of them.
Do you take more damage?
No. Well, I mean, you take more damage because they're going to hit you more, because you can just do a lot less to them.
Okay.
But anyways, that was the bathroom, which leads us out here, which is also just full of enemies.
You know, this makes a lot of sense. You know, the Tekken Force is like dressed to the gills, so what better way to counter them?
Oh, right, no, yeah.
Yeah, this is Nina Williams' get back to nature approach.
Yeah.
This is her, like, Baki throwing himself off of a cliff to activate his endorphins.
At one point, are these Tekken Force dudes just like standing around thinking, "Is this okay to do? Is this fine?"
Right, like, yes, this is Nina Williams, right? This is Tekken's Nina Williams. This is our, like, enemy du jour, as it were. But, like, can you really just, like, attack a woman who's just, like, in a bikini running around?
I mean,
does it feel good?
You know, maybe this is like such a successful move that like the Tekken Force will switch up and like towards the end of the game they'll just be completely naked.
Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
this
They
is
learn from the best.
In Metal Gear 3, when you snipe too many people in the head, they start wearing helmets. You take too many people down in your bikini, they're like, we need one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Report your status. Enemy contact.
Oh, they're already wearing less.
Yeah. So there's me breaking out of a throw, finally. Just so you can see how cool it is. But, yeah, so all we did there is we turned on a maintenance elevator, which will basically allow us to bypass the metal detector by using the maintenance elevator to go through the bathroom.
Oh, is that how they all got in here with all their equipment?
Yeah. They might have also just existed on this side of the metal detector, I'm not sure.
They were born here.
Yeah. So anyways, we have to go collect our stuff again from the contraband room.
Oh, okay. It's not just still in the box.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's like a little conveyor belt, like at like the airport, how you have to go through the metal detectors. Mm-hmm. It's like that. Anyways, there are 2 more Tekken guys ready to attack you as soon as you open the door. Real asshole behavior.
This is also a very good camera angle.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's nice that they hid this little, like, large food item here.
Nina Williams has just got to down an entire box of corned beef hash in the middle of a fight.
I think that's also like I feel like that's also an intimidation tactic, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't just reach through this. That would just be rude.
Well, back to the lowest point of martial arts.
That's right.
I like how Nina changes her hair also when she...
You're right.
I hadn't thought about that before, but it is very funny.
It's like, well, I mean, I can't just have a braid when I'm in the bikini. That wouldn't look right.
Yeah, it would get in the way. Like, what if it gets caught in the jewel strap? I have to have my hair up. Anyways, I gotta do another one of these, and again, in the prison, they're much more complicated. Still only 2 moves, but you just gotta think about them a bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we get a Magnum. This is one of the strongest guns in the game. It doesn't have a lot of bullets and doesn't fire very fast, but basically any normal enemy will just like die in one shot.
Even like a Tekken Force, or?
Not a Tekken Force, but any of like the normal guys.
That's fair, I suppose.
Tekken Force take a lot of damage from it, though. There's a lot about gas and stuff. There's a lot of problems going on here at the prison. And you're here to solve all of them.
I don't know, Chorps, you can't fix everything.
We can try.
Just do 1 or 2 things. You don't have to be so ambitious.
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, Nina has all of these certifications, right, to deal with this, but,
Nina's definitely one for incremental change.
Yeah.
I don't know, we've really gotten to know Nina, and I think her type of physics is more like liquid than gas.
Sure. Just like life flow. Anyways, I forgot again that I need that. We just picked up a gun. We only have the 1 gun slot. I'm immediately throwing away the Magnum we got. We're gonna get a lot of Magnums. I will just say that ahead of time. So, not super concerned.
We need the suitcase gun and a rail gun.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need to save the real gun for the final boss.
That's right. Look, it's just like elixirs. You gotta keep them until the very end. What if you need one and you don't have one?
And you can't just hold a gun in one of your, melee weapon slots. That's not how it works.
That's right, it's not big enough. Do you think you could fit a railgun inside where a katana goes? No. That's foolish. Sorry guys, we just killed Sam Raimi's brother.
Oh my god.
What will happen to Spider-Man 4 now?
I don't know. Tekken's Nina Williams in Spider-Man 4.
Oh my god.
Oh, that would be cool.
Actually, okay, so of the Tekken cast, who would be the best Spider-Man?
Who's the guy who does, the kicks?
Okay, that really narrows it down.
Yeah.
Is it Huang?
Harang?
The dude with the slick back red hair?
Yeah.
He changes that, every fucking game.
Okay, that I have not played a Tekken game in quite a while.
Okay, it's martial law, but he does like that move where he like runs up the person's body to kick them, but he does that up an entire wall.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, that I guess in some way it would be very fitting for Spider-Man to be a fucking cop.
No, I think this is good. I think this is a good idea. If we ever get the other Tekken spin-off games, we're wrong in Spider-Man 3.
Just put Mokujin in a Spider-Man costume.
There we fucking go. You know, I think Mokujin really is underutilized as, like, a character, you know?
I mean, it could do everything.
Like, you know how, like, Cameo eventually became, like, a character in Mortal Kombat? I feel like we could do that for Mokujin.
Yeah.
Alright, before we continue, there's this cool wanted poster for various characters from Tekken.
Oh, and there's Jack.
Not recognizable at all.
Yeah, there's also Jack for the Enlist. So, thankfully, someone has ripped the pictures, so we know that the most wanted for Heihachi and gang right now, we have Martial Law, Lee Chaolan, Christy Monteiro, Jin Kazama, Craig Marduk, and Yoshimitsu.
Why is Martial Law on there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Why is Jin so low?
Yeah.
Well, martial law, like, Heihachi ate at his restaurant and got food poisoning, and now there's a warrant out for his head.
Yeah, and guess what? It bankrupted Martial Law for like the 4th time in 3 years.
Yeah, unfortunately, Heihachi ate some bad sushi and passed out and vomited on a diplomat, and it turned back his business by like 20 years.
I mean, that's why Martial Law is going under the fucking Spider-Man costume. He's hiding from Heihachi.
Yeah. Oh man, Mr. Heihachi's gonna flip if I flip these pizzas.
By the way, gotta say, Martial Law looks very cool in like the new game. Like, one of his opening lines is just, I hate rich people, and half the fucking cast is rich in the Tekken universe, so he
That's
just
so cool.
constantly says it.
Yeah, they're all like business tycoon guys, or they're like really well-respected people in their field.
I mean, like, we're seeing that in real life with all, like, the billionaires trying to do UFC fights on each other.
It's true.
Yeah.
Is he for real?
Fuck did Chrissy do?
Anyway, there's the big dog.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing here?
So, in, like, kind of Tekken fashion, Heihachi only speaks Japanese, and that means everyone else has to speak Japanese to him as well.
Dozo. Sashiagemasu.
I love Steam Bloom having to speak Japanese in, like, a vaguely, like, Mexican accent.
His whole life, he has been putting English words in Japanese people's mouths, and now
That's right.
he must.
That's a quality.
You know, not speaking the other person's language has never stopped anyone in Tekken before.
I guess
I don't
so.
know why it does now.
I'm sorry, can you just grab his sheath off the ground?
Yes, and we'll go over that in a bit. So I'm going to eat all of the essential oils right now to do stat boosts, because this is a long fight. I would say that the boss fights feel way more fighting game than the rest of the game does, because especially with like Enrique, he blocks automatically unless he's like coming out of an attack. So you have to play this way more carefully than you would like just a normal fight in this game.
I'm sure we'll see where he is in a second.
Yeah, the camera doesn't help here either.
Yeah, he's really not taking a lot of damage. I see what you mean with this being a very long fight.
Yeah. That, and again, he's not open as much, right? Like... But if you just break a tonfa on him, you know, that helps a little bit. But yeah, most of his moves, they either come out pretty quick, or he has like kind of a long charge up, and they do a lot more damage this way.
And he does not like to come to you.
Yeah, so this particular move, he'll drag the sword on the ground, and he'll do like a big move if he gets close enough to you. But if you jump over the rail, he has to go all the way around, which means that he just like runs out of energy partway through.
You're really good.
And as you can see, like, most weapons don't stagger him either, like this.
I mean, he's a master of the sword. Do you think he could be hurt by you hitting him with one?
I guess you're right. So yeah, so there's the move he does if he gets close enough to you. And it does massive damage. Again, his attacks are going to do way more than yours are.
Oh, at first I thought he had a version of this that he was doing to you.
God, that would be cool. No, instead we're going to do this fucking sick move. So you get unique versions of these moves depending on how many body parts you hit and which ones you hit. So you'll see a lot of different, like, unique animations for these.
You know, for a lot of the unwieldiness of this combat system, it does look like it is just very detailed in its animations, at least.
Yeah, no, like, clearly a lot of thought got put into all of this, even if it comes off as very awkward for the control scheme, you know?
I guess it also just kind of makes sense for Tekken, because Tekken has always been a game, like, series, especially since the PS2 era, that just had, like, kind of obsession with, like, its characters' animations.
Yeah, animations and very, like, technical gameplay, I'd say. And this has a version of that, again, only because it's kind of unwieldy.
Yeah, I've always had the impression that Tekken is the one where you just need to remember, like, 30-button combos, basically.
I don't think it's that bad. Like, the thing about Tekken combos is, like, their difficulty isn't in how many hits you have in a combo, but more the fact that every character has 100 moves.
Right. And I feel like the thing with Tekken is, like, when you're looking at, like, a Street Fighter, when you see a special move, you usually see, like, the utility of it instantly. And Tekken, you're like, well, that's a slightly different punch. I'm not sure when I would use that.
Tekken's a homework game.
Yeah.
Buddy, all fighting games are.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Like, at a certain level, they all are. Anyways, you can sort of combo lock him against the computer if you kind of shove him into a corner there, but it's very hard to get off.
Oh, he's a jock.
Yeah. So there's also a fun thing. If you're not good at this fight, like I was the very first time I played it, the really slow but effective way of beating Enrique is when he jumps over the wall, he can't block. So if you get like 1 or 2 hits in every time he does a jump over, you can very slowly kill him. It takes like an hour, but like it is an effective strategy to just keep jumping over the railing and then kicking him once or twice.
When you went into like that super move, I thought like one of his weak points was his collar.
Yeah, if you hurt any of his clothes, he like goes into an enraged mode. Like if you scuffed his cowboy boots, he would just fucking like instant kill you.
You like slice off his outfit, he's wearing the same bikini.
Yeah.
So what happens if you shoot Enrique anyway? Does he like split the bullets?
He just blocked it with a sword. Like, you can shoot him, but again, it has to be sort of after an attack, so you don't have a lot of good openings for it. Like, you basically have to be shooting him at close range.
Not bad at all.
Ah, so like, Nina Williams, her like death by degrees does not include bullets.
No, not usually.
Well, bullets only have 1 degree, and that's forward.
That's right. I guess downward a little bit, but if you're hitting it right, it won't go that far down.
If you like hold the gun coolly, like sideways, it goes another direction.
No, it's true. Sideways. Anyways, while he's charging up, we'll get one last hit on him. We'll break his arm again.
I give up. I give up. Let's make a deal. A plea bargain, if you will. I'll give you material witness.
God, every time I see him, I've noticed like something else, like his big necklace and his cool belt buckle.
Yeah, or like his like bloody nose. I never noticed that before.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That's a low blow.
Hoisted by our own petard.
She looks like a dead or alive character.
And yeah.
No, her face doesn't look like that of a 12-year-old.
You know? When you're right, you're right. This is the most evil 6-year-old. And so, we were unable to capture Enrique, but thankfully all we needed were his fingerprints, so we're just going to take them from his broken sword that we snapped in half.
There's no possible way to know whose fingerprints those are.
None.
Yeah, unfortunately there was only a partial print. Thankfully, we're going to get to his scabbard as well, like you pointed out before. So, you could do this in the middle of the fight and pick up the half fingerprint, but you have to kill him to get the other half, so it's not really like it matters.
You should have been able to pick it up and fight him with the shield.
Ah, that would have been cool. Unfortunately not, but now we can go get Lukas out of prison. So next time, we're heading back, baby.